thank you for coming. Thanks to the Waialae Kahala Neighborhood Board. Actually, this is the third candidate forum that Mr. Price and I have had, and I absolutely and totally agree with him. I have always believed in competition, whether we're talking about free market competition in the marketplace, in the legislative arena, or any of our other choices that we have. I think, unfortunately, in Hawaii, we have too few choices. We have too many mandates. We have too many taxes. We have too many areas where people are telling us how to live our lives and not to allow us to have the freedom of choice itself. You know, this actually is my fourth election after 25 years of saying, no, not me. I don't want to be in public office, and I don't. I'm not a politician. I'm a businessman. I'm an entrepreneur. I want the government off my back. I want to be able to succeed or to fail on my own. I want to be able to do those kinds of things that I am responsible for, to take care of myself, my family, my loved ones. And I found that in Hawaii, even though we always talk about how wonderful our climate is, the generosity of our people and the aloha spirit, when it comes to politics and to political choice, we have very few choices. And it's very ironic that our president comes from here and he talks all the time about hope and change, and yet while we probably have a lot of hope in Hawaii, we have the least amount of change. We haven't changed at all in our government in the last 45 years. And I think it's important, if you believe in a two-party system, that even though there are a few of us in the state Senate that are Republicans, I think that it's very important that you have that voice, because we represent over 45% of the voters, and we represent those kinds of issues that don't get a hearing, don't get an airing, unless you have someone that is from the outside. I mentioned earlier tonight in my report about the bill that was passed during this legislative session, the Local Jobs for Local People bill. If it were not for the Republican voices in the state Senate, you would not have heard about this. If it were not for the Republican voices, there would have been no votes against more taxes, more increases in your cost of living, and a lowering of your standard of living. We talk about the military when we need them. The rest of the time we disparage them. We talk about the importance of business, particularly small business, maybe once a year, and the rest of the time we say they're making too much money, or we have to tell you who they hire, what the working conditions can be, what they can sell, where they can sell it, what they can do. I am unabashedly for a free market. I am unabashedly opposed to more tax increases. I want our government reduced. We have an excess of spending. We have an excess of debt. We have an employees' retirement system, which is an unfunded mandate. And if the legislature doesn't find the money to pay for it, you all will pay for it, because by the Constitution you were on the hook to support that and support legislators who retire politicians. I believe that we should have more choices, and we should allow people to make, as I say, their own decisions, to reach their own success, and also to suffer failures and to be accountable for them. We have had great success in the past in Hawaii with individuals and entrepreneurs who come up with ideas and projects and developments, and they've been overtaxed, over-mandated, over-regulated, so that we've exported some of our best people and best ideas. Jobs are our most important issue this election. According to the Star Advertiser, you would think it would be same-sex marriages in HB 444, because that was the only question that they had in their voters' guide this past week. But jobs, the economy, and people's ability to take care of themselves and their families, that's the most important thing. We talk about sustainability, but how can you be truly sustainable if you have to work 2.5 jobs and you still can't take care of your family? You don't have time for the leisure. Luckily, our visitor industry is coming back, but we look very, I think, jealously at those people that are able to come here and vacation when we live here and we can't even go to the beach and take time out. Of course, the one downside is if you come here and stay at the White Village Hotel, you have screaming, moronic, compulsory union people waking you up at 4:30 in the morning, demanding more benefits and more pay, even though we have a high unemployment rate and there are thousands of people who would like to work in this community. So, I humbly ask for your vote and to be re-elected. I believe that I am the real choice, because I am against more government, more taxation, and more mandates. I am very honored to have served in the past and be very happy to do so in the future. Aloha.